What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Claws Out Podcast, episode 3, where we're going to cover video game news topics. Quite a few this week because we had a Nintendo Direct, we had a PlayStation presentation, State of Play, and some other news that came out this week. And we also do a community shout out at the end of every Claws Out podcast. But if you guys like what you see, give us a follow on Twitch if you're live on Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, please drop a sub, hit us with a like, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys would like to see, if there's anything I can improve. And some feedback would just be great for the channel. Appreciate it. But if you're in the chat right now, appreciate you guys coming by. As we go on, let me know what you guys think about what we're talking about, the topics, the news. So we're gonna get right into it because we got quite a few things to talk about. So for this week's podcast, don't forget, I have my Twitch channel right up here with the Panic Claws. Join the Claw Crew. We have a Discord. We have honestly just a great community. Like I can't be um, thankful enough for everything that you guys have done. We got new emotes on the channel. We got just like we hit our fifth emote. We got wifey emotes. Honestly, it's been a blast. Like I cannot ask for anything else than the great support everybody has shown to the Twitch channel. But other than that, if you guys are already there, then let's get to the good news of the week. And the first topic we're gonna talk about is Anthem Cancelled. Right? Some sad news to start off with. If you were into Anthem, Anthem was a EA released video game from BioWare. It released on January 25th, 2019. And it finally reached its end. This week they announced, I'm not sure if it was Monday or Tuesday, that they were not continuing to grow the or any development for this game, and it's pretty much dead. EA decided that they're gonna focus on what BioWare is gonna be making, which is Dragon Age and the next Mass Effect. And yeah, so they pretty much just they know what, we're gonna sunset this, and we will not talk about it anymore. Sad news to hear, but honestly expected. They really prototype in the chat says RIP, great idea, but horrible delivery. I loved flying in Anthem. I never got to play the game. I knew a lot of my friends and homies that did, and when it was first announced, I was actually really excited because when they presented Anthem, it was gonna be on the heels of Destiny. So when Anthem came out, people were talking about like, oh, this is the next Destiny. It's gonna be big. You're gonna be able, and they also had three class. I'm sure there was one called the Lancer. Then they had like like the Hulk, a Hulkish one, and then I'm sure they had like a hunter type. So those there was three classes just like Destiny. So I was really excited to play it. But just the first thing, the initial things I heard, I'm like, ooh, doesn't sound like it's doing too good right now. I'll check it out later. And then like later, it just kind of did not get any better. People were talking about how the loot system was really bad. And overall, like the game honestly only lasted 2 years, which is, I mean, sad to say for a game that it looks like they want it to be a big thing. And clearly, the developers, or maybe just the gaming community, because I don't remember if the developers themselves said this was gonna be like a Destiny type open world like game. But people had really high expectations for this game when it came out. The one thing I do remember everybody saying that they nailed the flying mechanics. You felt like Iron Man. You felt like a real, like robot flying superhero or whatever. So I heard that was really cool. Clearly, not enough to keep the game going. Obviously, in the age that we're living now of open world games, loot based games, like it's so hard to keep everybody content with content. Like if a game comes out with a lot of content, probably they run it through it very quickly. And Anthem, from the sounds of it, didn't even have that much to begin with. So that's a real bummer because like I don't know what it is anymore with these games, you know, because that same year, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the Division 2 came out. I was really into the Division, and that game actually had a lot of content, but it seems that the games nowadays, they have such a hard time keeping up with, like, I guess, players and gamers, and how we're just so used to this consuming all this content, like that would probably take a normal person months. It would take us like weeks. And this definitely feels like one of those scenarios where, like, you know, it's hard to just keep everybody fed content wise. And I feel like developers should really start considering this going into future projects. If you're gonna make a game, you have to understand that people are just gonna eat it up like immediately. Like there's no more like, oh, we'll add on DLC, and that's unfortunately what you see some games do. Just throwing it out there, not nothing to do with this. Avengers came out September 2020, September 4th. The game had a good start, and now it's honestly been pretty awful because of the lack of content. Did they release enough content in the beginning? Sure. Yeah, you could say they did. It kept everybody going for about a month. And then boom, nothing. So it's slowly starting to feel like developers don't understand that, and I'm just a guy in a chair. I'm sure making video games and content is just so much more work than, you know, we could imagine as gamers, but unfortunately a lot of these games are suffering from just lack of content, you know. There's so many little implementations that could be done, and I know they gotta continue the lifespan and slowly get, you know, little rollouts here and there. And some have success stories like Outer Wilds, was it, that you know, had a huge comeback. And also rest in peace Avengers. Unfortunately, rest in peace. Big Avengers guy right here. I love that game. I wanted it to be so much more, but you can only fight Taskmaster and Abomination for so long, for 6 months. So, you know, stuff like that. We're like, cool. We get it's difficult. We get it's COVID, but give us something. You know, give us a roadmap. Give us an idea what to meet our expectations. Don't just, again, they're just getting a money grab. All right, you know, we're pushing this game out. We need money. We need to get this money, and unfortunately, that's how the world turns, of course. But in video games, there's people who are diehard, you know, gamers, and they'll be like, you know what, I love this game. I know it's probably not doing that good. I'll support it up to the point where they fix it. And there's a lot of people like that in the Avengers community. I'm not one of them, but also in different communities of the Division 2, which slowly also had like a decline. Now it's back up. Destiny 2, when it came out, it kind of had a decline, and now it's like like I feel like it's in a really good place. So there's a lot of games with loot based games like Anthem that we hope people get right, you know, for future projects, because it's a bummer for the people who are into the game. Like if you're looking forward to something and then you're like, dang, why did I wait so long for this to just be disappointed? Why did I waste my money on this? You know, and I feel like I didn't get what I wanted, you know. Motley in the crowd said there's a human sitting in a room somewhere sobbing over Anthem Cancelled. You know, it's true. Like people that, you know, see something like right now, for example, just to give you guys an idea, I'm super excited for Monster Hunter Rise. It's coming out finally, literally this month. Tomorrow's March. I'm super excited for Monster Hunter Rise. Will that game disappoint? Hopefully not. We haven't heard anything negative about it. If anything, they've just been shoving so much content in our face. But you never know. You never know. It might come and just totally flop. And then there goes. There goes our expectations for the game. So sad news to hear Anthem is finally dead forever. Really hoping that future developers, you know, put in the time and, you know, push out the right message. You know, hey, this is gonna be, you know, an experience and a contained experience. We're gonna slowly release other stuff, but just so you know, just be a little bit more honest when it comes to games. Don't, you know, don't tell us all these things and then like we don't get like half of the stuff you're talking about. So Anthem, rest in peace. You shall be missed by somebody sobbing in some room, like Montley said in the chat. Um, and next we're gonna roll out the state of play that happened this week. Never the Monster Hunter team doesn't disappoint. I agree. I agree, Prototype. I'm sure it's gonna be great, but you never know. Maybe this is the first time they dropped the ball. But regardless, let's get into the state of play. Um, Honestly, the state of play was disappointing. I was looking forward to some Horizon news, any like PS PlayStation exclusive would have been cool. We got a ton of other stuff, which I'm sure somebody, like if somebody in the chat found something cool from the state of play, let me know. I would love to like cover it. But the one thing that the one that really caught my attention was Solar Ash, which we'll play in the background so you guys can see what this is about. This is from the developers of Hyper Light Drifter, which is older indie. Couple years ago they came out. Never beat that game, but it was really cool. Like the soundtrack was really cool, visual was really cool, and this is definitely heading towards that way because watching the gameplay of this was actually really cool. It gave me some Gravity Rush vibes. Definitely the colors are from Hyper Light Drifter. So I'm excited to see the potential of this game. They showed a lot of promising content for Solar Ash, and I think we're gonna get a pretty solid, unique experience with this game. Just looking at it, it looks so fluid and beautiful. I mean, it's gonna come out on the PS5, so I can only imagine how good it's gonna be. Molly in the chat says, Returnal for me. I'm excited for Returnal. Kina, yes, that's the one. Kina looks like a really good confirmed. Will be $40. Oh, really? I didn't see that. So it's confirmed it's gonna be $40. So Kina, um, was the kind of that one. I like it. It just looks like it's a little bit of Horizon, Zelda, and everybody just seems to be running with the Breath of the Wild style nowadays. The success that it's had. So if you like Breath of the Wild or Horizon or just open world games, Kina's gonna be the game for you. It looked cool. Um, I just wanted to come out and see if I do like it, but from what I saw, that looked cool. And what was the game that there was the other game from the developers of Housemark? Was that Returnal? The guys from Housemark, because that's what caught my eye. I used to be a big fan of the people of Housemark back in the day, but that game looked cool too. We'll definitely have to see, um, what it brings for us. But Solar Ash, so far the gameplay was freaking though. Just check it out. It looks really nice. That dragon reminded me of Breath of the Wild because there's one similar to that in there. So again, it's cool to see ideas from other games implemented differently. Um, Developers are gonna definitely take the success that other games have. Now we have the reveal trailer of Pokemon Legends uh, Arceus trailer. Again, people were saying that they're excited to play this Breath of the Wild open world game. I think it looked really cool. It it did give me some open world vibes, and from what I saw, the Pokemon community just lost their mind seeing this trailer. Not a Pokemon guy myself, but I am excited to see like to play these games really because now that I'm mainly focusing on the Switch console, it gives me something else to play because we've been kind of dry on the Switch side of console exclusive games. So when can hold 30 frames. So super excited. Okay, okay. Pokemon was never my cup of tea, but the game looks great. Yeah, exactly. Never really was my cup of tea. I like that they're going to the origins basically of this world that is in the Pokemon universe. And apparently Arceus was the one that formed the land, kind of like how, we say the dinosaurs did or shaped the mountains or whatever. So this is gonna be quite an origin game. So it honestly sounds like if you're new to Pokemon, like this is probably the best way to start from the beginnings, and then slowly make your way to whatever we get next. So it seems cool. I know everybody in the community was losing their mind over it, and rightfully so. I didn't see enough to like get super stoked, but I'm excited. I'll definitely pick this up. Release date early 2022. So we got a ways to go. But the other cool thing that we did get was a release trailer for the remake of Pokemon Diamond and Shining Pearl. This game originally came out in 2006, and it's finally gonna be coming to the Switch. A lot of people, a lot of people were kind of on the edge about this. I felt like there was mixed opinions on what they thought about it. People who play the game were excited, and other people who didn't like the originals, they were kind of bashing on it. But for me, again, I never played this. It looked really cool. It gave me some Animal Crossing, Link's Awakening remake style, and I think it's just gonna be another fun game if if you have a Switch and you've never played Pokemon Diamond or Pearl. Why not? You know, it seems like the remakes that they are putting out for Nintendo, they're really putting in a lot of heart into this, because they could have easily just pushed out, you know, something lesser, and I'm sure people would have bought it, like they did with the collection of the Mario games that recently came out. You know, those were just pretty much ports. But to see this remake of both of the games, I think it's totally worth, you know, checking it out, because, you know, the effort that's put into making these definitely pays off. Like I really enjoyed the remake of Link's Awakening. I absolutely love that game. I had played it on the Game Boy originally, but I finally beat it on the Switch. So definitely pays off. The nostalgia of those games is on. Shout out. And ironically, Motley was here in the chat today, everybody. So Motley Cruelty, he is a streamer on Twitch. I will be dropping the link on the YouTube video. So follow Motley at twitch.tv Motley Cruelty. You'll catch him playing right now some Last of Us on the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. So really, really cool dude. He is definitely growing his community, and he is really good at reading the chat, unlike others that will try to frame him and say that he does not read chat. He definitely reads chat, loves keeping up with everybody, and overall just cool dude. You'll enjoy his stream. He's doing his I think third playthrough of Last of Us. See, don't forget again to subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, drop a comment. If you're on Twitch, we appreciate any type of support. If you could drop a sub with your Amazon Prime, if you could just drop us a follow, drop some comments. You know, we want to continue growing the Claws Out podcast, keep it going for as long as we can. And again, thank you for coming through. We'll catch you next time.